Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Agilitas versus Exposed Secrets. I am Hindu Man, and I have another co-caster. It's Pecky Z.
Wait, you
Hi.
do? I'm not Dry Bear?
You're not Dry Bear, no. Do you have a forehead?
I do not, sadly.
Well, there you go. You're definitely not Dry Bear then. Like, Dry Bear has a forehead, so confirmed.
Yeah, right off the bat we see these bans coming out. Thor, immediately banned off the table. We saw great success with him in the NA kickoff LAN. Zero Guards played him amazingly. They do not want to let that through.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the bans coming out from both teams, and you can see where the focus is as well. Agilitas taking away Zhonghui from Sayo. At the same time, Exposed Secrets are like, no, we're not going to give Vulcan away to Pretty Prime this time round. But what that does leave is Agilitas Agilitas having the availability of having Circuit picked up here, and that is Zindern's go-to god right now. He's really enjoying her in the jungle. But now Exposed Secrets locking Athena, and they're currently deciding who else to pick, because I'm casting off of Twitch chat, just so you know, because I didn't get pulled in. But Agni gets locked in as well.
Yeah, Surcat is a very interesting pick. We haven't really seen her too much in the competitive scene, and it's interesting to see her picked up this early. Sometimes the new gods really aren't grabbed in their first couple weeks of play. And with that first pick, Surcat, they were allowed to grab that Athena Agni, which, is a very, very strong combo. The taunt into the Agni stun could really set up a lot for Exposed Secrets.
Well, the big thing they're looking to do here is with that Agni pick, Pretty Prime is known for his Vulcan and he's known for his Agni as well. He's a fantastic player with both. So Exposed Secrets are firing a lot of shots at the mid laner in terms of Pretty Prime to make him go deeper in his God pool. The one thing to note as well about the pick so far, I mean, we're going to see Mercury picked up with Chuck as well. Mercury being picked up, that's going to say Mercury solo lane, or it could be Mercury in the duo lane. I have seen Agilitas run that in the past. It was actually before we saw Cog Red do it in the tournament, but Mercury could be either of those positions right now.
Yeah, that is very true. We do, see that. Was that a Habwa band that came out right there? I think it was. And, not wanting to give up that high burst mage that, again, we saw very high success at the NA LAN. I know a lot of EU players really love to play him. I'm not sure where they were trying to target that ban, but
I mean,
there's
with
another raw ban.
Hebo being banned off the table, what they're doing again is trying to focus once again at Pretty Prime and just trying to make sure the God pool and limitations that he's got available to him are limited. So you're going to see the raw band away from Agilitas here. It's over to Exposed Secrets now for their choice of what they're going to try and pick here in this situation. I'm really interested to see how this. One thing to note, actually, Pecky, why are we talking about bans when you're the cameraman? You've been the cameraman for a long time for us, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, I have.
I've heard stories from chat about your camera work.
Yeah. I bet they're nothing good.
I heard stories about you looking, at fountains and towers when
I love watching people back. They will be a huge team fight and people backing. But we did see Nemesis being locked in by Exposed Secrets. Very strong pickup. And in response to that, we have Yanis and Ymir.
Giannis and Ymir being locked in. Well, Giannis is going to be the mid laner. I mean, you leave Giannis that deep. I guess they didn't expect Pretty Prime to have a good Giannis play. But overall, if you're a good mid player, you should be able to deal and play as Giannis, especially with the amount of rotations he can actually put out. A lot of burst damage on that god. The Ymir pickup. This is going to be Ymir Mercury lane. That's what's going to happen here. It's going to be Ymir Mercury, Chuck in the solo lane, Circuit in the jungle. That's what Agilitas' team composition is on paper right now. So you're going to see the Mercury ADC run once again. He'll probably go for the Golden Boast rush start, which will allow him to wave clear early on. He'll play very safe, and if he can get the opportunity to catch that special delivery and catch all out of position, he can deal with it very well. Exposed Secrets, so that's why you're seeing the ult pick here, Peckies, is because they want that mobility to get out of trouble if he does get caught, and also have a stunning return.
Yeah, that's very true. And taking a look at the lineup of Agilitas, they have this Yanis pick, which will really help deal with that Athena, to, rotate the team to deal with that Athena ultimate and give some mobility to the Ymir who really lacks it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that will really help you make transition the map. Mercury as well, Chuck. I mean, they could get the whole team across there. The team is very, very mobile all in all. So it's a very mobile team coming out from Agilitas. Exposed Secrets on the other side. We're going to see Vamana locked in last, and that's going to be in favor of Xaylia once again. Xaylia going to Trude and tried and tested. I don't expect to see many kills in this solo lane coming out from Chuck and Vamana facing off more than likely in that lane. So yeah, it's going to be Comfrey versus Xaylia. So I doubt we're going to see any kills there. It'll come down to rotations from Dazer on that Athena and rotations from Prime Prime on Giannis to really make anything happen in that solo lane. Mid lane, Agni versus Prime. Well, early game, Giannis should have a few issues against Agni, but he can punish him if he does overstay his welcome. So Shadow Nightmare going to have to be a little bit careful of that, and when he actually uses the Path of Flames. Funballer going to be able to farm pretty effectively early on. I mean, Ul has some great pushing power peckies, and then when he can do that in the early stages, it's going to put some pressure on this Mercury ADC.
Yeah, that is very, very true. But the thing that scares me with this Merc ADC is the fact that he has a Ymir support. If they manage to get lane control or any sort of advantage whatsoever, it's going to be incredibly easy for them to pick up a kill, if not two.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, if they do get that opportunity to them, they're going to be able to easily take down Ul. But Ul does have the escape. They've got Nemesis on there as well. That's going to be able to steal the stats away from Chok. So I feel Nemesis there to actually be an issue for Chok in the later stages. So even though Comfrey will get tankier during the early stages of the game, it's not going to be a big issue for them to deal with because they're going to have Frosty to bring them down. And also, you know, what does Nemesis do? Slow people down, makes them all slow, and that's one thing that Agilitas have is a mobility. So nice pick up there for them. We'll see how it all plays out though. As we go into a quick break, we'll be loading in and we'll be right back with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again with Agilitas versus Exposed Secrets. This is the crunch game of this weekend. These two teams are both vying for this final spot that's going to be available to them to get into the Pro League. And both these teams have the potential to do this. Let's find out where they're all playing, who's playing what. Agilitas going to be starting on the south side of the map, left-hand side of your spectator UI. Pretty Prime's going to be mid, and Giannis Ataraxia is going to be playing Hunter role to an extent in the duo lane as Mercury. Kanye Life going to be the support there.
Look at this though. Ymir might be in trouble here as he's being rotated on by Exposed Secrets. Uller, does he have a stun? He will use it. The slow comes down from Nemesis. This is going to be first blood going down on Kanye.
Big pickup on Kanye there. Comfy going to be in the solo lane, and Shark Zindan going to be playing Circuit in the jungle. But what a great start from Exposed Secrets here, Peckies.
Yeah, you know, Exposed Secrets taking a huge lead right off the bat. You know, why don't we go ahead and introduce them? They're on the top side of your UI. They are the red team. Zalia in the solo lane playing Vamana. Frostyak in the jungle playing Nemesis. Funball on Uller in the duo lane as your ADC. Shadow Nightmare in the mid lane on Agni. And Amdazer playing Athena as your Guardian.
So the kill actually got credited to Zalia as well, which will help him out a little bit in the early stages against Comfrey. Not too big overall, but it will advance his level a little bit in that lane. So keep an eye and just see if that makes an impact on the game. Now, looking at the duo lane right now, we're going to see Mercury ADC one more time. He's gone for the golden
look at the counter jungle coming through from Athena.
Good taunt once again.
He will get it. Now look at Funballer's here.
He's in a lot of trouble as well. Funball's trying to bring down Kanye one more time. Can they bring him down again? That's the question. One auto attack's enough. Frostbreath's going to buy him time. Can he rush away? That's the question. The leap in from Funballer denies it though. And now Ataraxia is in trouble as well. Going to have to back away. So now he needs to recall right now. Dazer, was that worth it? Dazer, was that worth it? No, it wasn't. What are you thinking?
Wow.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made indeed. You know, that was a great exchange going for him, and then they went for the tower dive, and it didn't pay off as Dazer will give up the first death on the side of Agilitas, or excuse me, Exposed Secrets.
That would have been really, really good for Exposed Secrets if Agilitas just gave up on that. Ataraxia would have had to go back to base or use the party. He would have had to go back to base, really, because he would have been stuck in a 2v1 line that was against him. Although the experience is pretty much even between these two. Oh my god, the aggression of the wave from Kanye. He's back. Funball is in trouble. He's got the monitor leap away though, and with Daisy being back in the lane, we'll be able to turn off if required. Jungling though, right now, Exposed Secrets, Frostyak gone invading straight away, stealing away the back camps with the Hog of Zindan. Only deny a little bit of experience there, Pecky's not too much to really write home about, but he's rotating to the left-hand side straight away. Is he going to look to go aggressive on this Mercury?
Yeah, you know, about stealing those mid camps, it also gave up lane control a little bit in mid, and it made it a little bit more difficult for him to clear that wave because he went back there to contest those the back harpies, excuse me, and you know, he just lost that advantage that he earned himself.
Well, left-hand side, Kanye Life did pick up Blink when he went back to base. I like this pickup just because of the fact that he got caught out of position again there. And I think he's starting to realise that that could be a focal point for this team for Exposed Secrets, is to try and bring down this Ymir and take him out of the fight early and sort of feed kills off him during the early stages. So picking up that Blink kept him alive for the most part, as we see the blue buff finally going over to the side of Exposed Secrets. So that's going to increase their amount of experience lead in this lane. And Zinda's going to try and soak up some experience here as Mercury has to come back once again, working on his boots, has the throwing dagger online for his clear, but he's going to struggle in the early stages, as we're so aware. He's still only level 2 right now.
Yeah, even though he managed to snag that early kill on the Athena due to the tower dive, he's still a little bit behind. He's going to have to play this very safely against a Uller who is sitting currently at level 4, 2 levels above him, is going to be doing a lot of burst damage and going to have a lot of poke to make sure that Mercury cannot get hyper aggressive on him.
But the problem is Zindan's having to babysit this lane now. And in doing so, he's actually taken away experience from that lane because he's trying to soak it himself. Mid camps are due up very, very soon. Kanye Life is level 4. Daze is level 3 right now, so in that lane. But look at the aggression from Zindan mid. He was looking for it onto Shadow Nightmare. Immediate use of the Path of Flames. Going to buy himself some time. Right inside, you see Zelius continuing to push Confrey into tower. Thanks to that little bit of a lead he got thanks to that first blood. Mid camp spawn though. Left-hand side, we're going to see Dazer in position with Frostiak and Shadow Nightmare alongside him. Right-hand side, though, Agilitas in position for those. Going to split equally, but can they make a play off this?
Ymir's only level 3. He's out of position. There's the Nemesis ulti. A lot of burst damage coming out, and that will be a kill onto Kanye.
Really nice pickup from Exposed Secrets there. Kanye just hung around in mid too long and paid the price for it overall. It does buy Mercury a little bit of time in the solo lane to catch up, but at the cost of another kill, Kanye's got to really watch himself because he's starting to fall behind now. He's 2 levels down on the other support, and
look at Mercury. Look at Mercury. Will the taunt come out? It's not going to be in time. Wheeler wasn't there for the follow-up. He's going to be okay.
I think they could have got some damage off of him, but like you said, Ul not being there, I don't think Daisy would have had any such damage to really bring him down in his own. So 3-1 at the start of this game, 1,200 gold lead for Exposed Secrets now, thanks to those kills. Experience lead of 1,200 as well. Bit of experience to land on the jungle, obviously the blue buff that got stolen earlier on. But now we're going to see a bit of a trade between the junglers and the mids and mid lane. Frostiak going aggressive into Prime, who slowed down and forced the ult out from Zindan, who throws him into tower range. Space and time does not connect there. I thought it would have. So Frostiak going to survive for now as the blue buff, once again left hand side, attempted to be stolen away by Dazer and Funballer. Kanye Life trying to make something happen here. He's got to watch himself because he's level 4 now. Going to try and use the Frost Breath. Is very, very close, but Kanye does get the blue, gets himself some experience and saves the blue for Atraxia.
Very nice play there by Kanye. He put himself in an awkward position almost. I mean, they could have dropped that blue buff and decided to engage onto the Ymir and possibly picked up a kill and then grabbed the blue buff. But they wanted to try to secure it before the Mercury got there and force that 2v2 fight.
But level 7 Funballer to the level 5 Mercury in the duo lane right now. So you can see that Funballer's having a good time of it, but we know, Peggy's, what Mercury is like late game, When he gets his items online, when we get to the later stages, he's going to be able to ridiculously punish anybody caught out of position or put them in a bad position anyway.
Yeah, and with that golden bow coming out, he's going to have even more crit. So the Uller might not even have time to heal up the amount of damage that Mercury is going to do, even with the insane amount of lifesteal Uller has.
So 5.5 minutes in, you're going to see Zindan return to his red buff, which is spawned up. A little bit behind the speed buff that's already been taken down by Frostiak in the jungle. Going to leave that red on the ground for... Oh, actually, no, he's going to take the red himself. Not going to give that one over to Pretty Prime in the middle lane. So I guess he thinks he's going to be able to get more use out of it at these stages of the game. Especially, he's playing Giannis. He's going to look for rotations, but he's against an Agony. It's very difficult to burst down an Agony and make that red buff pay off.
Yeah, very, very true indeed. We do see Giannis already picking up the beads 1 to try to deal with this Athena taunt that's going to come out. I mean, an Athena taunt with Agni bombs, like I was saying at the start of the game, it's very hard to deal with sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Aegis pick up or even a combat blink come out as well from Pretty Prime to just, try to stay alive a little bit more when that Athena is going to start ulting mid lane.
Well, mid-camps are due up in a few seconds. They're starting to flash now. Exposed Secrets once again, looking for a fight on the left-hand side. Can they find something? Zindan's going to walk into trouble here, get hit by a taunt. There's a big rain of fire, and Zindan's in a lot of trouble here. Tries to leap away with the ambush. Frostiak changes his target, though, into Prime, who gets caught out, forcing out the space and time back to safety. But that was a forced ultimate out from Pretty Prime, and they're going to get both mid-camps from this for free, pretty much, because they catch them out of position.
Uh-oh, is Pretty Prime going to stay here and try to contest this? Does Athena have taunt available to her? It looks like they're going to go ahead and just back off and grab these mid camps as Zalia rotates over to help out with that.
Yeah, Exposed Secret's in a good position right now. Like, they've put Kanye in the back foot, which has limited the amount of ward coverage he's been able to do. He invested in those the blink earlier on, but that denied him some ward coverage that he would have had on the map. And that ward coverage around those mid harpies has nearly got once again Zindan caught out of position there, trying to go aggressive and find out whether those mid camps were available and contest them. And so 3-1 is the scoreline right now. Gold lead 2K, 3,000 experience lead. The lead is slowly starting to climb, Peckies.
Yeah, you know, we see that small snowball starting to happen right now as Ymir is falling further and further behind. A great way to look at this game and really see what's going on is to look at the supports. And I mean, you see Kanye Life sitting at level 5 and Amdazer sitting at level 8. And that's really what it's coming down to right now is the aggression in the duo lane and the aggression constantly put out on this Ymir.
So you see Kanye Life only got those Midas boots. Meanwhile, Dazer does have the Watcher's Gift. So overall, you should see the gold lead continue to go in favor of Dazer on that support role for the time being. But we'll see if Kanye can get himself back in the game. Because, you know, once we get to about level 9, level 10 for supports, they start to hit sort of where you expect them to be in terms of itemization. You know, they get the sovereignty online. They'll still be able to use
in the solo lane, we see Confrey being dove right now. He is going to be picked up by the Vamana.
Okay.
With the armored umbrella.
Peckies, how are you able to catch action yet not use the camera correctly? Come on. This is ridiculous. I can't believe that you're a cameraman. You can catch action, but why don't we see it? Chat wants to know.
I don't know. It's just habit, you know? Sometimes I like to watch people back.
You'd like to watch people back. Well, Pretty Prime trying to go aggressive onto Shadow Nightmare in mid lane with Zinda, and their Cobra's Kiss does connect. Vortex does not, though, so that's going to be all she wrote for that one. But Zalia there having a pretty good time. If you actually look at what happened in that lane, he only had Death's Toll and Warrior Tabby online at that time. Witchblade built on Comfrey, and in response, you can already see Vamana and that Zalia picking up the Witchblade himself, going for it.
Look at this blue buff.
Contested. One more time. Good Cobra's Kiss on a double. Deathbane. Full damage onto Football into the Frostbreath. He's not going to be able to escape, or is he? They leap away, but ambush follows as Tim connects from Pretty Prime. And now Dazer's caught out. Are they going to continue trying to chase him down? Well, Kanye's trying to do his best, but Dazer's just too quick right now. I don't think they're going to be able to bring him down. But that's
Nemesis, she might be in a bad position here as Agni's rotating in and trying to drop some bombs onto Pretty Prime. They're going to go ahead and disengage as Nemesis is stuck in the back line.
Well, Prime's
here comes the Athena ult.
Going to force out the big portal for Prime. They're still trying to chase onto him. The slows are paying off. The taunt does land on Prime, but luckily he manages to get away for now. Zinda rotates him with the Cobra's Kiss to buy some time, but then gets hit by the ultimate from Frostiak. Big Sonic Boom coming out as well from Mercury, who picks up Frostiak. And now Zalia's here, though, trying to chunk down people's faces. Atraxia runs away for the time being, but on the backside, Kanye Life does go down. Zalia finally secures the kill on him. Confrey is here, but he can't really make too much happen. He's only got a Witchblade right now. And 2 members fall for the one of Exposed Secrets, and a Gold Fury is on the cards for them now.
Wow, what a fight that just broke out right there. You know, we saw that tower dive come out as Gold Fury is being started up by the boys of Exposed Secrets. Shadow Nightmare dropping quite low.
He's got to watch his position overall. He was trying to bait in Comfrey, and they bait him in enough to pick up the kill, but Prime takes Nightmare on the backside. So it was a 1-for-1 trade, but the Gold Fury went in favor of Exposed Secrets. 4,000 gold lead, just under now. Experience lead 5.5k. Mid camps go to Agilitas, but right now Exposed Secrets are pretty much in control.
Yeah, you know, Exposed Secrets are in control of this game for sure, but something to keep in mind is Agilitas is getting the farm on the right people. I mean, they have a Mercury not too far behind at this point in the game, and Pretty Prime is doing fairly well for himself as well. So, you know, you got to keep an eye on those two characters and make sure they cannot get their damage off in the team fight.
I mean, when you look at these team compositions here, Peckies on paper, like, which one would you say in the late game would have it, just on paper, you know, between these two teams?
I would have to say, for single target, finding a pick, I'm going to have to give it to Agilitas. But in a team fight situation, I feel like Exposed Secrets might be able to take it, just due to the Agni.
Oh, it makes sense. I can totally see that. So we'll have to see, though, what the game plan is going to be into the later stages, and if Exposed Secrets will get those team fights forced, or Agilitas are just looking for single engagements time and time again. But this is the stage of the game now that Mercury starts to shine in this duo lane. As we see an engagement onto Pretty Prime in middle lane, forcing out the taunt, the bombs rain down onto him. He has to use space and time, which buys him enough time of the immunity to get out. Right hand side, though, Zalia going aggressive, trying to steal away the blue buff. There's a fight developing there, and Zinda being forced out. Confrey's still here, though, but Dazer's rotating in, and Confrey needs to watch himself as well. He's going to have to sacrifice his blue buff to the gods that are exposed secrets right now.
And look at mid lane too, as they get a lot of pressure down on this tower. Will Ymir be able to come in time to save it? It does not look like the tower will go down, but that's a lot of pressure going to be coming into mid shortly.
It is. Look where Frostek's positioned as well. He's waiting for somebody to be positioned here with Dazer there as well. They could dive this, but Prime is back in time. But Prime needs to watch himself. He's not got ultimate this time round. Mid tower does fall. First tower of the game drops in favor of exposed secrets. And now they're rotating to the left-hand side, but Kanye is having none of it. They're going for Frostek. The portal comes out as Zinder and ambushes in. They use the ultimate onto him as well. The bombs from Agony rain down to buy some time. The taunt from Dazer, but backside, there's a sonic boom. Not enough damage to bring down Frostek. He doesn't crit. And now the re-engagement happens, but Prime does take out Frostek. Dazer's channeled into the ultimate from Kanye. Life escapes with his life. So does Zinder with the ambush. But Confrey turns up, and now Nightmare's going to watch himself as Prime escapes through the portal. And look at Kanye chasing down Dazer, but he's going to get caught out by Funballer. Great support should never chase supports for kills.
I don't know if you saw what happened right there, but the teamwork by Dazer and Funballer was amazing. You know, Dazer was on the run. Ymir had him slowed. He was going for that last auto attack. Funballer came running around the corner, hit the axe stun, and then took down his target.
Well, now with those minions on the left-hand side, they're going to get some free tower pressure. Don't think they'll bring it down because Ataraxia is back. With one major look, he'll be able to clear out this wave, and he gets a good crown to Funballer. But that decision to actually poke Funballer there cost him the tower for sure, as he doesn't have the way to clear the farm out. Zelia tanks that one up a storm. Meanwhile, Comfrey trying to split push on the right-hand side, but Frostiak here to defend this one for now. Mid-camp spawns in. They're going to get the left ones by the looks of it. Right one's due to spawn soon as well. However, gold lead 4,000 in favor of exposed secrets. Experience lead 5,000 as well.
Yeah, you know, we see another fight coming over at these right mid camps.
Big taunt coming out from Dazer onto Zinder, and they're forcing him away, but mid camp still being contested. Zelia is here, so they're going to have to back away as Confrey's nowhere to be seen as he's being zoned out by Frostiak for now. And now mid camp's going to go over to expose secrets on that side, so an even split on the mid camps.
Yeah, you know, and the start of that last fight, what we saw was the Ymir blink come out onto the one person, into the Yanis portal, into the Surcat ultimate, and it just wasn't enough because of how far behind they are. But if they could manage to hold on to this game and find those kind of picks later in the game, you know, maybe before people start counter building and building up some protections, they might be able to do something.
Big rotation right inside. Kanye went for aggression because he knew his team were behind him. Space and Tim came out, and then the reinforcements arrived, but so does Dazer. The biggest reinforcement of them all is the big baby who stands tall as Daisy's getting chunked down by Comfrey, but now Shadow Nightmare turns up. The big taunt, there's a vacant rain, and now this damage as Comfrey tries to find the ultimate with the silence. Good frost breath from Kanye, going to force them out. I don't think there's going to be many more kills off this, or is there? Because the Vortex, no, it doesn't connect.
This fight is still going on a little bit as Agni is trying to just, you know, make sure he's not being chased out of this fight, laying down some fire, making sure that they can't aggress onto this lane.
I mean, one thing to note about that fight as well, Peckies, is it gave Ataraxia a 1v1 time against Ul, and Ul has to be very careful in this lane overall, so allowing Mercury to get the farm on that he needs to and leaving him 1v1 is the sort of position Mercury wants to be in as an assassin.
Yeah, you know, and he's actually running right now as Funballer's looking to aggress onto him. He's going to go ahead and back out.
Yeah, I guess he's just a little bit too scared right now. Funballer does have that Transcendence and Devour's Gauntlets stacking right now. Should be finished sooner rather than later for that. Still working on the boots. Meanwhile, Ataraxia does have his Rage online on that Mercury. The blue buff being contested by the two of them, but going to go in favor of Mercury for now as Kanye rotates back into lane. Funballer needs to watch his positioning. Link should be up soon for Kanye as well. Go Fury back online though, Pecky, so maybe we'll see an engagement around that one more time.
Yeah, you know, we do see the pressure coming out by the Vamana in the right lane, and it's going to go down.
Left-hand side. Ataraxia's getting very low. He's having to charge the Sonic Boom to get away. Actually forces out the Sonic Boom, and Kanye Life is actually alone here right now. Ultimate being channeled by Dazer, trying to get in there to pick up Kanye Life, but Prime's waiting. Prime's in wait, but he doesn't land the Vortex. He doesn't find the damage, and now Kanye's getting chunked. Prime doesn't have Vortex yet. The Threshold's going to buy time. Good beads from Funball are going to make sure he doesn't get hit by that portal, but now Zindan's here, and the Vortex does finally connect from Prime. Shadow Nightmare makes it 1-for-1 now, but Frostiak on the backside going to find Prime out of position now, and the slows are real. Shadow Nightmare secures another kill for himself. Path of Flames back out again. 2-for-1 trade. Gold Fury on the table, and with the support being down, this should go to expose secrets, unless Comfrey can make a big, but Zindan in trouble.
Shadow Nightmare now in a bit of trouble as he will be found out of position. Did not have time to dash. Zindern gets out alive. Beautiful play. Comfrey is going to be forced to use Storm Call. Will it be enough as Big Baby comes out? He's good. He teleport back to his hammer and be picked up by Xaylia.
Yeah, Big Baby does come out, and that's all the members dead. We're going to see Kanye back online. Can he get in range here to contest this? Well, Xaylia is very tanky. Frostiak has a lot of damage too, and they should be able to bring him down if he comes in. He's going to make a big play. A big Frost Breath is going to have to land if he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to even make it here in time as they juggle aggro backwards and forwards. The Gold Fury is getting low, and he goes to expose secrets, extending their lead further. Nearly 7,000 gold now, 9,000 experience, and it's looking like Agilitas could be in trouble here.
Yeah, you know, like I said, Agilitas has the farm on the right character right now, but is it enough to carry the team through these team fights? You know, they're not getting tanky, they're not doing enough damage, and now's when it starts to get scary as we see Dazer finish his sovereignty. He's working into hide, and we see pen and more damage items coming out from exposed secrets. I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with it unless they do something big soon.
This Xaylia has once again gone for Rage after Witchblade. Doesn't have Stone of Gaia this time because there's not that much magical to deal with. So gone for the Witchblade into Rage combo. So I guess he's going to go for Deathbringer again next, which is a very damaging Vamana build that he's looking for. I guess with Athena being on the team and having Frostiak in there with him, he shouldn't feel as focused, and the Big Baby form will give him some regen. Just needs to watch himself because he can get bursted down by a Mercury if he's at full damage build.
Yeah, that is very, very true. The Witchblade will help a little bit with that, but it might not be enough to stop the damage coming out. What I'm really worried about is Kanye getting picked before every
taunt in
fight.
middle lane as Shadow Nightmare makes it rain. Zindan has to use the Deathblade away, but Xaylia there to clean up the pieces as the portal comes out from Prime away from danger, but a quick pick once again. Dazer's taunts have been on fire right now.
Yeah, they have been incredibly good this game. We just saw that Armored Umbrella from Vamana hit for a quarter of Zindarn's health there, just taking him out of the fight. He thought he was out of that.
Well, now they're going to be able to siege tier 2 tower. They're going to get this one for free. Daisy going to get a 2-man taunt. Ataraxia is the one that's being focused down here. Going to be a lot of damage here, trying to survive as long as he can. Uses the special delivery, sprints himself up, trying to channel the Sonic Boom. Does get away, but he does force Sonic Boom again, defensively used there, and the sprint on cooldown.
Yeah, look at their positioning coming out of this. They already have the mid lane pushed up here, so they're gonna try to go for this left tower, which is, you know, relatively pushed up. As Xaylia is caught out of position a little bit. Look at the burst damage coming out. It's not gonna be enough. Big Baby comes out. Kanye is now in trouble. The bomb comes out. It will pick him up.
They focus Xaylia, but didn't have the damage to bring him down, and now they're still in a fight of 4v5 one more time. Shadow Nightmare was around the back. They get the tier 2 and immediately back off, expose secrets, but will Agilitas chase? I would if I was there, and Ataraxia needs to do that. Funball is the one on the front line, and there's Dazer, 4-man taunt, and the beads forced by Zindan on the backside. He's going to look for the picks. He's trying to take out Shadow Nightmare. He does do that. Can he find more? That's the question. He's looking for Dazer right now, but Xaylia's behind him, uses the ult onto Xaylia. Xaylia's low on mana, but immediately uses that Armored Umbrella to get away, and now Funball drops to pretty prime. They're going to chase onto Xaylia, who doesn't have any mana left to escape this. He's surrounded by 2 members. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the chase still continuing on. One more time as Frostiak tries to run away. Ataraxia finds a double kill for himself, as so does pretty prime. And only 1 member stands for Agilitas. Sorry, Expose Secrets. But Agilitas still behind massively. There's nothing for them to take.
Yeah, you know, that was a great fight coming out from Agilitas. But they primarily won that just due to the fact of the positioning of Exposed Secrets. They won that fight, you know. They won it hard, and then they stayed to try to take that tower, and that was enough time for them to back and re-engage the fight there. And
definitely. I
made it for Agilitas' favor.
They got what they needed, which was the towers, but they just hung around too long, and now they're going to have to deal with a possible fire giant up Agilitas. Can Dazer make anything happen here? Well, Zindan is doing a great job of zoning away the enemy team right now. So Zindan is trying to work out whether or not he can get them away. He's going to get the goal. Sorry, the fire giant does go to Agilitas, and now we're all back to even, honestly, with the fire giant online here. I think this is anyone's game still.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to what Exposed Secrets decides to give up with this fire giant. They could defend these towers, and this fire giant might just be a wash, and nobody will get anything out of it besides the 100 gold that you get from taking fire giant, or is it 150? And they just, you know, they stopped
finds Kanye again, and they're going to try and focus him down, but Comfrey's there to support him. Kanye getting very low, but Xaylia's going to start chunking him down again as the Big Baby form hits. Kanye portals through backwards. I don't think he meant to go through that portal, Becky's. I don't think he meant to. He was trying to hug the wall. I think he was just trying to hug the wall and walk through a pole.
Ooh, that has to hurt. That is very unfortunate to see happen. It's an advantage and disadvantage about Yanis at the same time, as we see the bomb stun come out and not connect onto Zindern.
I mean, Exposed Secrets are very aggressive here, considering they're against a Fire Giant up team. I guess they realise they're selling ahead in terms of golden experience, that they feel they can keep applying the pressure. But Prime goes through the space and time. Who they're looking for? They were looking for Funballer, but Funballer jukes away. Now they're focused onto Nightmare. Shadow Nightmare caught up, another rotation on the backside. Finds Zalia, catches Zindern. Funballer's in trouble against Mercury, though. He's going to drop down, but the taunt's going to force Mercury into a bad spot. Uses the beads. He's waiting for the slow. Major Luck comes out. The rain comes down, but not enough damage. As now Comfrey still in this one. Frostyak getting low. Kanye back online, needs to watch his position. Comfrey does clean up Frostyak though, and so this fight's still raging on, but at the moment no one's really getting a big win out of this, or are they?
Shadow Nightmare is forced to dash back towards the enemy team, and he's gonna be picked up with a great wall coming out from Kanye Life.
He does pick up pretty prime in that one though as well, in that engagement, so crazy fight across the map. But right now a couple of members still have Fire Giant, 2 members of Agilitas. They're going to try and rotate to the right hand side, get some of these towers back for the global gold, but they're going to deal with Zalia. Now Zalia's not very tanky here. He is very damaging, but he's not very tanky, so he's going to retreat back immediately. Daze is farming up mid lane. 23 minutes in the game. This game is starting to get a bit more like EU, as in crazy.
Yeah, you know, we see the momentum start to switch as Agilitas is starting to come back with the help of this Fire Giant buff.
So, from what I'm getting word from production, Heroes and Zeros have been disqualified. They've not been able to field a team for the rest of the tournament today, guys. So this is going to be the last game we're bringing to you, unfortunately. But the big news based off that is that this game, the moment is now for both these two teams. Whoever wins this game will go on to be in the Pro League. The loser will drop down to challengers. So right now, it all depends just on this one game. There's no more hope from other games winning or losing for them to make a difference, because right now, this is the one. This is the game that Agilitas and Exposed Secrets have to fight for. Exposed Secrets had the early game for the most part, but Agilitas coming back in strong with the Fire Giant. Dazer trying to make a play here at the Gold Fury, but Agilitas get it, and now Dazer's in a bit of trouble, but so is Kanye going to deal with him for the most part. Frostyak going in deep. Comfrey surrounded by members. Zindern's very low. Frostyak going to clean him up, and now the aggression still coming out. As Big Baby chasing down to Comfrey on the backside. Funball is going in deep. Can they find Kanye alive? The threshold's going to speed him up a little bit more, but not enough, and now he's going to drop down too. Fire Giant not online. Look at this lane though. They can tank up this lane if they want to and try and take a Phoenix here, or are they going to catch out Comfrey?
Shock is in a bit of a bad position here. He's going to be forced to use Storm Call. It's going to be enough to get him out of this fight. Now they're going to look to pressure down this mid Phoenix as minions are pouring in. I don't know if they're going to be able to pressure this with both Merc and Yanis still alive and having insanely high damage at this point in the game.
This is the game that decides, and Exposed Secrets are trying to beat down the doors of the Phoenix right now. You can see Comfrey trying to body block as many shots as he can. Coming out, Dazer goes in deep, forcing beads on Prime. Eats an unstable Vortex and a portal to the face, as well as some Phoenix shots. He might get dropped low here, but Shadow Nightmare's a bad Taraxi with the Sonic Boom. Takes out Frostyak. Funball already used the beads. He's going to get hit by the special delivery. Mercury ADC is now starting to pay off for them, it seems. They hold their Phoenix, and what can they get off this? They're going to look for mid. Meanwhile, Pretty Prime got a channel of space and time looking for Shadow Nightmare, but Nightmare well aware of the possibilities coming through, just going to recall. They're going to get mid tower though.
You know, they could get mid tower here as well as that left lane tower, or maybe even the right lane one, as the whole team on Exposed Secrets had to back. They're going to be able to take this up relatively easy. Minions are going to come up. Are they going to go for it is the question.
20-17, the siege from Agilitas is now starting to rage. Have to be careful of Dazer with those taunts. He's got a Medjai, so if he does jump in, he's going to be able to avoid the first CC, more than likely the Frost Breath. But Fire Giant's back online against Soonpekis, and you can see immediately Agilitas are aware of this, backing off to go and get some wards right now. Prime's gone back to base to pick himself up some. Comfrey's on his way too, and you can see Exposed Secrets with their respawns. They're going to head straight there, straight away.
Yeah, you know, what we saw right there is we saw all members of Agilitas starting their backs, and then they realized Fire Giant was up, and they elected to stay in the area to make sure that, you know, Exposed doesn't try to go for this.
Well, ward's being thrown down by Kanye over the wall to make sure they've got some vision here. Dazer's waiting around. They don't have a sentry just yet. Yes, they do. I'm lying because Dazer gets a good taunt onto Prime. Some nice damage from Shadow Nightmare coming out, but Prime being forced to use those beads before this engagement is very important for this one. Overall, if he gets caught out of position now, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, you know, we do see Yanis sitting quite low for a start of a fight. If he gets bursted down before this fight could really break out, this might be trouble for Agilitas.
Dazer gets a two-man taunt, and the focus is on Prime. Of course it is, because they already burnt his beads. Fomballer picks up the kill. This is a 4v5 now. Ataraxia on that Mercury has got to make a big play one more time for his team without the magical damage dealer online. It's only physical to the rescue here. They're waiting patiently. They're waiting for them to start the Fire Giant. Finally, Fomballer starts the attack, and Dazer's going to tank it up with him. Frostiak trying to zone out. Kanye walls himself off. Zindan trying to fight Shadow Nightmare. Shadow Nightmare buying time, was forced to use the beads. Zalia zoning out. Make it rain, connects onto Zindan, knocking him very low and out of this fight. And now Ataraxia's in trouble as Frostiak deals with him well. And now Kanye's in trouble as well, surrounded by two members. This is its exposed secrets. Picking
the blink, he had it up, and he will get over the wall. Vamana is going to be able to find it, though.
Fire Giant.
Fire Giant it is.
Nice.
What is Agilitas going to do to try to answer this back? Will Pretty Prime be up in time to use through space and time to try to get here is a real question. It does not look like he will be, as Fire Giant will go down for exposed secrets.
So exposed secrets have got 4 towers still standing. Meanwhile, Agilitas only have 1 golden experience. Still in exposed secrets favor, 5,500 gold, nearly 6,000 experience as well. Agilitas have their backs against the wall here. But that team fight that happened there overall, Peckies, was just slowly picking apart the team of Agilitas as they tried to get control of that Fire Giant. Like, they took out, they took out Giannis there, forced the beads, Dazer went on him again. After that, it was Zindan. After that, it was Kanye Life. After that, it was Ataraxia. Just forced them all away one at a time and left Comfrey alone.
Yeah, that is very, very true. And you called it when he used the beads, that was going to be their play. They needed to get that Giannis down, and they needed to pick him. That's exactly what they did. It allowed them to really break open that fight and just take control of this game.
Well, decision making from Exposed Secrets here seems to be take this last tier 2 tower down, extend their gold lead a little bit more, and expose all 3 Phoenixes. If the next fight does break out, you'll see that time and time again. Dazer's had a fantastic game so far today, honestly. He's landed some fantastic taunts in this one. Tower's starting to be chunked down. You can see Agilitas not going to try and contest this one. Overall, expect the Phoenix stand to happen, though. They're going to have to deal with this. Funballer's actually split pushing at the moment, so they're trying to split the troops right now, but Funballer can only really go to the tier to middle because he has to stay in range for the rest of his team in case there's a big engagement.
Yeah, he really has to be careful here. I mean, if Giannis happens to hit him with one of those portals, his beads are going to be down, and the same thing might happen as we see Merc rotate in the mid lane to try to deal with Funballer. He's not going to land the autos and going to get taunted. Will Mid Phoenix fall is a question.
Well,
the axe
Beats
comes out.
It does go out. Beads is forced on Ataraxia. Funballer trading with him. Funballer picks him up. Prime, can he respond? That's the question. The leap over. Meanwhile, Zindan does take out Frostiak, but Zalia's starting to put a beat down onto Kanye. But Kanye's very tanky right now. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Jungler for a hunter role. To an extent, jungler for a duo right now. So we'll see as this goes on. Phoenix did fall there, Peckies. So Exposed Secrets do come out on top.
Yeah, what we see right now happening is the 4v4 fight is about to break out. Actually, excuse me, a 3v4 because they lost Frostiak. They're going to go ahead and pressure this right lane as Funballer was maybe looking to do gold. It looks like the call has changed, though, and they're going to come to this right lane to try to take this Phoenix.
He did sustain back up again. Dazer gets another double man taunt, but forces beads from 2. Confrey went straight onto Shadow Nightmare to zone him out. The portal not going to connect. The wall going to zone out Funballer for now. But now the aggression going to continue from Exposed Secrets. Once again, guys, whoever wins this game is going into the Pro League with the rest of the teams already qualified, as Heroes and Zeros have been DQ'd for the rest of the time. The taunt comes out from Dazer one more time. Zendan's in trouble. Zendan's evaporated. Funballer picks up the kill. Portal gets hit onto Funballer, but uses the beads. Confrey trying to zone them out one more time. But there comes Shadow Nightmare. He goes in deep with the help of Athena, Ultimate, and the beads. Sorry, the Age is going to buy some time. Space and time connects, but so does the Make It Rain. They're trying to zone him off the Phoenix one more time. Is Kanye Life going to drop as well?
Kanye Life will get picked up here as the Mid Phoenix is going to be taken by Exposed Secrets. They're going to go ahead and just tank this up, take it. Now they're going to look to turn their attention on to Comfrey or disengage. There it is.
Well, disengage indeed. I think this is a good call for them. They've still got remnants of the Fire Giant buff still on them. However, they've got what they wanted. They got 2 Phoenixes. Only 1 remains between them before they expose the Titan to full brutality. And then they can try and go on and win this game. Portal does land onto Funball. A bit of poke coming out. Dazer once again with a magical taunt, forcing out beads on Ataraxia. And they'll be all aware of that one. As Funballer does find Comfrey. Gets a bit of poke damage. Funballer's got to watch himself here, though.
Yeah, Funball, if he gets picked here, it's going to be a world of hurt for Exposed Secrets. They might not be able to win the fight, but they're looking to pressure down this Phoenix as Serket is going to go ahead and leap in to, force them away.
Fumble actually fought Comfrey, forcing him back. Kanye used the blink to try and find the Frostbeth, but immediately Fumballer backed off. Gold Fury is available, but at this stage of the game, I don't think it's that important. Maybe, though, Exposed Secrets will do it just for the gold or to try and force a fight.
Yeah, you know, they're going to go ahead and just take this free Gold Fury. There's really not much Agilitas can do at the Gold Fury right now. They really need to take their fight on that last remaining Phoenix and make sure that that does not get taken, and then, you know, look to push up the lanes to defend the attack that's going to be coming out here from Exposed Secrets.
I cannot believe the levels of play involved in EU right now for the fact that these two teams, with these names that you see on their rosters, and one of these teams is not going to make it into the Pro League. Like, this is how crazy this match is, and this just shows the level of depth we're going to have. I can't wait to see Challenger scene as well, but for now, it's going to be down to which one of these guys is going to make it into the Pro Leagues right now. 18-25 in favor of Exposed Secrets. They have the gold lead in terms of 10,000. Experience is 7k, but at 30 minutes in experience, doesn't matter that much. But look at Kanye Life, level 14, Peckies, level 14. That is so painful at 32 minutes.
Yeah, you know, that's a lot of where their experience loss is coming from right now. So it hurts, but as long as Ymir is, you know, getting that wall off, getting that freeze off, he's still doing something for his team right now, and that's what matters. It's just when they have these extended fights, he's going to be the first one to go down, as we see Fire Giants being started up right now. Frostyak in a bit of trouble as he looks to take down Zinder, and through space and time, he's going to come through.
And now Shadow Nightmare gets bursted down. Comfrey might be able to find it, but the Aegis is going to buy him time on the backside. Comfrey still lives. Zalia, though, chunks down two with a big baby form. Shadow Nightmare still surviving. Attraction trying to chase him down. Does not find it. Now Comfrey caught out of position. A rock in a hard place, also known as a nemesis. Kanye Life has to play the game. He's trying to wait for them to go for the Fire Giant, but they're too wise for that, Peckies. They're going to go to end the game. Kanye Life versus the Fire Nation versus the Titan. That is all that's going to stand in their way. Kanye Life is the man, the hope, the dream that lives on for Agilitas. Can he do it?
This is going to be it. This is going to be what decides who makes it into the Pro League. It's looking like it's going to be Exposed Secrets taking down the Titan. Congratulations to them and their newfound invitation to the Smite Pro League.
Exposed Secrets coming out well in this one, coming out on top. Agilitas slipped to the wayside, going to be dropping down to Challenger alongside Heroes and Zeros, and that's why there will be many more games today, but that game went backwards and forwards for the most part. Exposed Secrets, though, in the early game, they played really well, Peckies. They got the advantage on. They went after Kanye Life with that first blood. They continued to put the pressure on him to keep him down, and then as the mid-game developed, though, you know, Agilitas came back into it and got the Fire Giant for themselves.
Yeah, you know, they played that very, very well. They kept that Ymir down. The Mercury was able to, you know, pull off these huge plays in the late game as well as Pretty Prime, but it just wasn't enough. They didn't have the giant AoE that Agni brought to the table, and with the Athena taunts coming out from Dazer, there was just no answer for it.
You know what, we spoke about Dazer a bit with those taunts he put out, but Shadow Nightmare in that game, he did so much damage. If it wasn't for him on the Agni, being able to do 28,000 damage he did in player damage in that game. I mean, he was raining fire down. His positioning was pretty crisp overall, to be honest. Like, he did get caught out once or twice, but when he did, he made them pay. Really worked out for them. So Shadow Nightmare, like, sort of put that team to an extent on his back. It was a great team performance. Zalia as well went 9-1 and 11. Let's not gloss over that. 9-1 and 11 on not a tanky Vimana, but rather a beat your face in Vimana. Let's be honest, because crit build was there on Zalia.
Yeah, you know, we saw Zalia pick up that first blood, and it allowed him to, you know, not really do anything in that early laning phase. But the second he picked up that kill on the Chalk, the game just started to explode. Deaths were happening everywhere. Zalia was rotating everywhere across the map, just picking up kills on everyone with that big baby, and it was very well played by Zalia.
So, guys, this concludes today's games. As Heroes and Zeros were DQ'd, they were the last two games, so we won't be bringing you those, unfortunately. However, we do have a result for EU finally. It's going to be Walk It Off and Exposed Secrets moving on to the Pro League, which will be starting very, very soon. I've been Hindu Man. Alongside me has been the glorious Pecky Z, the cameraman of cameramen. Thank you from everyone from production and hi-rez themselves. We'll be back sooner rather than later with more My Entertainment.